Whoa, ladies and gentlemen, we got to break down Facebook, Tesla, NIO, and all the other crazy stuff going on. Today's Monday market recap. Let's get into it. Welcome back, passive income investors alike. Today I'm whipping my hands around a lot, talking about what is going on in this market, guys. If you're new to this channel, every Monday I break down the things that I find interesting going on in the market and just the general indices and what is new, some grounding, some terms, some things that can put us all on the same page, and maybe something that I miss you can let me know about in the comments section below, guys. But let's just jump into this. We'll talk about the general markets really quick. If you're looking at gold, Bitcoin, all the stuff that people look at when they're paranoid about the markets crashing, and they haven't done anything, guy. Gold haven't done anything. Gold's been holding flat. Bitcoin's the forms have been hilarious. People are super polarized there still, even though this is the year the markets are volatile as hell and Bitcoin is actually stable for once, which is really interesting. But I want to talk about Tesla first before I go into the agonizing news that is Facebook right now. But let's talk about the Tesla, guys. If you've noticed, Tesla stock has been on the decline quite heavily lately, and this has a lot to do with some of their new car releases. I think they have the Model Y. They have their cheaper versions of cars coming out, but people were a little disappointed because we're talking about these cars that look really cheap, really cool. They're like the modern future age of motor vehicles, guys, but now you won't be able to get that until 2020, 2021. They're really jumping the gun early on this to try and build up some more cash flow, and Tesla's refusing to kind of take money from anybody else. He's not doing any like cash funding right now. He kind of, I think, just wants to make the balance sheet look good and try and get the stock back up. I think he's more worried about shareholders at this point, to be honest, than trying to make the stock any more volatile than it needs to be. Personal note, I actually own Tesla. I bought it way too high. I'm not buying the dip yet. I'm still sitting in tax season, waiting to pay my taxes. I'll explain more about that in a second, guys. Long-term outlook for Tesla, though, still not worried about it. Their sales are still doing good, and in comparison to NIO, the competition of the trucks, guys, the thing everybody was talking about was this big hype news for NIO, but then all of a sudden, NIO stock has tanked recently, all because they can't get them sales up, guys. They just ain't moving those cars. They ain't making that cash anymore. The hype is kind of slowly dying off with that company, guys. They just don't have what Tesla has. Same with all these other car manufacturers, the people trying to compete in China. I mean, we just saw Honda's new release for their EV, guys, and they're all looking so far out, whereas Tesla's looking at the same time frame for their newer vehicles, but their newer vehicles already have more to do with self-driving. They have more data, more information, and the hype still contains with the old epic Elon Musk, guys. He's still holding that kind of I'm trying to come up with a word. He's just holding people's awe, their attention. He's keeping the light on Tesla still, guys, with all these new vehicles, all this hype, all this new stuff going on. So keep an eye on it. If you don't own Tesla, maybe it's a good time to pick up a position. I think it's in a very depressed state. I just don't think you're going to do any wrong buying it at this level, guys. But let's move on to Facebook here really quickly. Facebook has been driving me bonkers, guys. If you know me, I am using Facebook to hold my tax money for me, and it's just, I keep seeing it get up and I'm like, should I sell it? Should I sell it? I'm still got a couple months. I might as well just hold on to it for a little bit longer, and every time I do, it just right back down, guys. I'll show you my Facebook position here. This is part of my tax money. I need to stop doing this, but yes, sometimes I like to take the tax money because I work for myself. Instead of leaving it in an account, I like putting it somewhere to see if I can make a bit of extra money with it. If I lose money, well, then it's just a write-off when I need to take it away. But let's talk about Facebook and why this is a bit of a problem, guys. Facebook is just the most interesting company to me because their balance sheet is bar none, guys. Unreal balance sheet. Like crisper than Apple, Microsoft. Their balance sheet is just ridiculous because they literally just have a system pretty much running everything that's making them money, kind of similar to like Google and YouTube AdSense and things like that. I feel like the controversy is created by old people that have no idea how technology in the new era works, especially when you see Mark Zuckerberg in court. Especially when he's in court, guys, you can just see the stupid questions. Like when Google was in court there a little while ago, guys, it's just these guys ask the dumbest questions. And the reason for that is they just have no knowledge about how this works. And if you know how Facebook works as a platform, guys, you have to understand there's nothing free in life. You think you can just do everything for free and these people are just here to cater to you, but they're not. And all they want to do is take your information, not to like exploit you or anything, but simply to try and find a product you might be interested in, so you will purchase it because you might need it, and they want to make it more convenient for you to offer you products you may need instead of sitting in front of the tube at home watching a football game, seeing ads about chicken wings and things you just don't probably care about anyways. So I mean, why do people complain when like all your information is taken anyways. All your information is insanely public in more ways than I think even Facebook lets out about, guys. So I mean, don't get like, everyone gets so wrapped up in these controversies and these things, but then you look at their balance sheet and their income, and it's staggering, guys. So it's really interesting to me to see this big divide between like what the public think is going on and what Facebook is trying to do to maintain their services and everything that they're doing. You'll notice that like a lot of the controversies in the past had to do with information getting leaked. You're talking about countries that are trying to mandate Facebook controls how information gets out. We just had the massive, unfortunate, crazy shooting going on, guys, in New Zealand, and all of that stuff just comes back to Facebook, and they're just like, we're just trying to offer you a platform to see your family, and it's just punch after punch after punch to the face for them, guys. It's crazy, but they're still holding up quite nicely, in my opinion. Honestly, I think all of this is going to blow over time. We're going to forget that all of this even happened in a year, and if so long as Facebook continues to do what they're doing, I don't see why they shouldn't continue to do well in the future. Unfortunately, my position's gonna have to get sold here soon, so if I have to sell it at a loss or whatever, I'm hoping I don't have to sell all of it, but all we can do is wait and see, and I'm always going to keep you guys up to date. So stick around if you want to see what happens with that. Other news going on right now, guys, is in the past, I had a lot of controversy over a company called Brookfield Real Estate Services. This company is underwater right now, but they mainly pay their dividends. It's a really high dividend company if you guys are interested in dividend growth. This company takes royalties from realtors that they own the company. The realtors go and work for them, and they pay them essentially a yearly royalty to be a part of this company, and the royalty gets paid out to dividends to shareholders like me and you. I sold this at a bad time. Some of you may have sold it, and I just want to kind of address it. I used that money to buy GEO, and of course, the REITs just never do well for me, guys. I sold that one to buy more GEO, and I did buy GEO, and it just currently went down, and I just think it's really funny because I've just never had luck with REIT stocks. I still don't like BRE. It's come back quite a bit. I wish I was selling it now rather than when I was selling it. I think I took in total maybe a $500 or $600 loss on that position. Nothing crazy. Oh, I'm just addressing this because I'm sure some of you might have sold it based on some of my opinions. And again, that's purely your choice. I still don't like the company. I still don't want anything to do with the company. It was my least favorite company in my entire portfolio. Even though I'm down on GEO Group, which is a prison stock, I'm happy owning it. I'm not going to buy any more right now, unfortunately, but I am going to hold on to it, guys, and I feel a lot more comfortable with that going down than with BRE going down. So to clear everything else up, guys, the best stocks in my whole portfolio so far from last week, and I'm sure you might be feeling the same, especially if you own any of the big names like Apple or Microsoft, my goodness, are they coming back with a vengeance, and that is where I'm seeing most of my gains and what is taking my portfolio up into the next stratosphere of capital equity gains, along with my beautiful dividends that are still dripping from my utilities, guys. If you are involved in those utility stocks, my goodness, guys, utilities, Microsoft, Apple seem to be the best bet so far this year going in. They've just been rallying quite excessively, reaching new time highs, and I'm glad I could be a part of them. But again, guys, let me know if I missed anything in the comment section below. If you found any of this information useful, slap a like on it, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Consider subscribing. Thanks to all the new subscribers, and just say super cool, super awesome. This is a really fast, high-paced video for you guys. A lot of information to get out, but I'm gonna go back. I gotta clean up my car, take it easy, and finish my Monday paperwork. So let's just enjoy our afternoon, guys, and I will see you so gratefully tomorrow.